right, everyone, welcome back. We've got some seriously heavy stuff to dig into today.
Yeah.
We're diving deep into the situation in Kenya.
Yeah.
Accusations of abductions, political motivations, the whole nine yards.
Yeah.
You guys sent in some wild articles about former Deputy President Rath Gagua
Right.
and his claims, alongside a pretty disturbing report from the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to unpack there.
So let's get right to it. Are Gagua's claims legit? What's the real story? And what does it all mean for Kenya?
Well, first off, Gagua's allegations are pretty shocking. He's saying there's a secret police unit, completely rogue, targeting and abducting people who criticize the government.
It's like something out of a spy movie. But he's not just throwing out vague accusations. He names names. He even says this unit's leader, Abel, has family ties to a top government official.
Right, and he even points to their supposed base of operations, like the 21st floor of some building in Nairobi. It's pretty specific.
That level of detail, does it make his claims more believable? I mean, Gagua was the deputy president, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. He knows how the government works, especially the security side of things. So you can't just brush off what he's saying.
And to make things even more intense, he's basically threatened to spill even more secrets if these abductions don't stop. That's got to put some serious pressure on the government.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge gamble, but it also connects directly with that Kenya National Commission on Human Rights report.
The KNCHR.
Yeah, they've documented 29 people who've vanished since June.
That's a lot of people.
It is, and the timing lines up with what Gag was talking about. It definitely adds another layer of complexity.
Okay, so let's talk about this KNCHR report a bit more.
Right.
They're independent, right?
Mhm.
Not controlled by the government.
Right. They're known for being pretty thorough and impartial in their investigations.
So how do they go about figuring out what happened to these missing people?
They talk to witnesses, look at police records, interview the families of the missing, that sort of thing. They piece together the puzzle.
Makes sense. And their reports, do they usually lead to anything? Like actual action from the government?
They've definitely sparked investigations in the past. Their findings are taken seriously.
So we've got Gagua with his inside knowledge dropping these bombshells. We've got this independent report with a whole list of missing people.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Gagua's not just asking for an explanation. He's demanding that some major players resign. Like, he wants the Inspector General of Police gone.
Right. The Director of Criminal Investigations, too, and the Director General of the National Intelligence Service. Those are the top dogs.
Why go after those specific positions, though?
Think about it. They're the ones in charge of all the security agencies. Gagua is basically saying they either allowed these abductions to happen or they're actively involved.
Wow, he's not holding back at all. And he even takes a direct shot at President William Ruto,
Oh, yeah.
saying that if Ruto stays silent, it means he's giving his approval. That's a bold move.
Definitely a major escalation. It puts Ruto in a really tough spot, especially considering what Gagua said about the whole handshake thing.
Oh, right, the handshake. Could you explain that for folks who aren't up on Kenyan politics?
Basically, it was this big moment where President Ruto and former President Uhuru Kenyatta made peace. They had a super tense and divisive election.
So the handshake was like a symbol of unity.
Yeah, a lot of people saw it as a fresh start for the country. But now Gagua is saying, I'm not following anyone, I'm with the people.
So he's breaking away from that whole political establishment, setting himself up as an outsider.
It seems that way.
Okay, so let's step back for a sec. We've got a high-profile figure, Gagua, with insider info, making these serious accusations.
Yeah.
We've got a report documenting all these disappearances. And now Gagua's going rogue, challenging the most powerful people in the country.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It paints this picture of Kenya's political scene getting really unstable. What's going to happen next?
That's the big question, isn't it? What if Gagua actually releases more info, like real evidence tying the government to these abductions?
Imagine the fallout.
It could trigger a huge crisis, maybe even worse.
It's a developing situation with huge potential consequences. As you follow this story, think about what Gagua's actions could mean for the future of Kenya. Is he a lone voice fighting for justice, or is there a deeper political game unfolding?
There's really no easy answer.
One thing's certain, this is a situation worth keeping a very close eye on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. And as always, stay informed, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.
See you then.